ABA on Roblox, such an old game, such a simple game. Every character has 4 moves. They can dash, they can punch, they have a mode which has 4 more moves. But now, most characters have to have a gimmick. Which, you know, in the past, like, a character having a gimmick every once in a while, that was fine. Like, you had All Might, whose gimmick was being bad, and you had, I don't know, Gara, whose gimmick was not being bad, but while in mode, he couldn't be guard broken. I think he always had that, I don't remember. It's been so long. I'm so old. But the point I'm trying to get across is that those gimmicks were few and far between back then. Now, every character needs a gimmick. Now every character it's something like hold space to get a different variant on a move, which, you know, that's fine. Luffy had that, kind of, in the past. It was useless, but he had it. You had... Now it's also like, here's a little extra bar above your move to tell you how it works. Here's running variants on the moves. Here's a second mode bar that could be to activate a different mode, activate smaller modes, or to activate a nuke attack. Here's a different mode that you get when you're low on HP. Here's an earlier mode you can activate, which isn't tied to those different mode bars. It's tied to its own thing. Here's a move that works differently, depending on how you use it. And here's Sukuna, who, as I think I've stated before in a different video, but not everyone's gonna watch that video. Sukuna's gimmick is having a moveset so complex for no reason that, one, I don't think I see anyone play as him normally, and two, I genuinely need, like, a text document to play this, because I wouldn't have put anything on screen before. But now I really hope that I put the entire, like, Sukuna explanation up, because it's really fucking dumb, and I really don't like it, and it makes the character miserable to play. Stupid gimmicks. It's just what we have in ABA now. And the reason I'm making this video, other than the fact that I was gonna make it anyway, but, you know, we're gonna get, like, refreshes of old characters again. Which, you know, is fine. It's fine. Except from that, it's happening to a character that, you know, I play. Pre-time skip Zoro. If you didn't know, pre-time skip Zoro is probably the most fundamentally fun character in the game from a basic standpoint. Doesn't do anything excessive, he's very basic, he's easy to play, but he's fun. Some people think he's bad. Some people think he has a mode that's worse than his base. They're wrong, by the way. His mode is like a million times better than his base. You just aren't using it right. But he's a fun character. He's a good character. So he's getting a rework, which is fine if it was visuals. But no, we're getting new moves. And we're getting some of those aforementioned gimmicks that I was complaining about. Now, listen, this is literally an argument of, what do I prefer? Do I prefer the old ABA or the new ABA? I'm gonna be honest, I prefer the old ABA, but that's not even because of the gimmicks, that's just because, well, they, it was just, kind of less toxic than it is now. But every character now has a gimmick. And if everyone has a gimmick, then are they really gimmicks anymore? Also, not even every gimmick in the game is good. A lot of them are bad. Like, take Gray, for example, who then gimmick spilled over to Mob and probably someone else I'm forgetting. The whole, like, controlling moves. It feels so disjointed, it feels horrible to use, it looks bad, like, from the using perspective. It is just bad from a gameplay perspective. It's worse to use than you'd think. It could have been implemented so much better, but I don't think it's ever going to get changed, and it's just horrible the way it is. Well, again, Mr. Not in the Game Anymore, All Might, who, you know, his gimmick was kind of funny, but he was also just outright the worst character in the game. He didn't even have a first or fourth move in base. He sucked, like, genuinely, he was awful. Like, his gimmick was getting mode early, but his mode was, like, better than a base, but, like, not as good as, like, a normal mode. So, that just kind of made him bad. Like, it wasn't good. But now, like, you have characters with, like, a million gimmicks, a million different things. You have someone like, I don't know, Chozo, who has, like, some gimmick that isn't displayed. The worst part about a lot of these new gimmicks as well, is that they're not actually displayed or explained in-game. So I want to use Sukuna, right? So I'm thinking, oh, how do I summon Agito, or whatever they're called? If I look in the game itself, there's nothing to tell me. I have to look for either the ABA wiki, or have to look through whatever channel I think Snake posted it in, to try and find it. And it's just like, okay. Just to use a character properly, I have to do that. Wonderful. Honestly, sometimes I feel like these gimmicks ruin the game. I know that seems like it's the entire point of this video, but, like, honestly, like, it's not fun to have to constantly refer to a outside document to use a character. I don't want to have to look at the ABA wiki. Listen, and even then, if you explain these gimmicks in the game, I'm not gonna like the gimmicks anymore, really. I'll know how to use them, which I actually appreciate. It's just, you're doing too much to get people to be interested in these new characters. And the worst part is, now that every new character has a gimmick, people expect new characters to have gimmicks. So when they don't have gimmicks, people are disappointed. And honestly, I think that's the worst state the game could be in. A constant state of ramping up where people just expect more and more. Honestly, this is how I felt back when they initially added Aizen to the game. Because this is like back when it felt like the rosters were like set in stone, clear cut. It just made me think like, this is how powerful the final character on the roster should be. And Aizen on release was very good. And then he got like kicked in the balls and now really sucks. Like, holy shit, he's made so bad. He's one of those characters that the tryhard people in ranks will say, oh, he's really good. He's not good. He's not that good. But, you know, I don't want to have to, like, be, like, some sort of sweat tryhard to enjoy a character in ABA. I want to be myself and play the game how I want to play it, which isn't like that. Obviously, there's going to be people that do want to play the game like that. Which, I mean, no one can stop them. I mean, the game being taken down would stop them, but you know what I mean. ABA, to be honest, ABA is not an actual fighting game. It's not like Street Fighter, it's not like Tekken, it's not like... I'm trying to think which one would be less bad to say. It's not like Guilty Gear. Listen, that one, I only mention Guilty Gear because I like Guilty Gear. I've always liked Guilty Gear. But, honestly, I don't want to go to a Roblox game for competitive shit. I don't want to go to Roblox games for over complex shit. I want to just have fun. But you know, some there are still things I like that are fun. Like Whole Horse, despite having gimmicks, it's still pretty fun to play. Kind of sucks that everyone doesn't like fighting him because I think most people play him as a pussy. But alright, he's fun. I just wish that they, you know, maybe just add some characters that are toned back a bit. Just save the gimmicks when you really need them. And if you want to include a gimmick, sure, fine, include the like holding space thing. Because it even though it kind of breaks the whole only having 4 move thing, that was broken when Saber was added, so whatever. But in conclusion, ABA is kind of fucked, or has felt fucked for a while. Anyway, I still enjoy ABA, mostly. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video for whatever reason, and would like to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button, please do, because I really appreciate it, and I like money. Oh yeah, that's the end of the video. Yeah, bye, whatever.